Hey everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make a letter J, and I can't remember her username right now, but the girl that requested this, her name is Jasmine, and that's why I'm assuming she wanted the letter J. Normally I do requests in order that I get them. However, she requested that this be done before Wednesday night, so I was like, okay, well, then I will do this one first. The one thing that I realized I needed to know how to do was I needed to know how to, like, curve the project. Because, if you look at Boondoggle most of the time, they're, like, straight. They're not curvy at all. And if you look at the letter J, you know that there's, like, that little, like, loop thing. So I had to figure out how to do that. And, I was like, a paperclip. Sticking a paperclip in there would be a grand idea. I was gonna just stick just plain like 34 or higher gauge wire in there, but then I realized that that probably wouldn't be strong enough, and that the paperclip would be the best. So you just want to take this paperclip to start. Any size is gonna do, but you're also gonna need wire cutters. Just keep that in mind. I think maybe scissors will work too, but I'm gonna use wire cutters. And you just want to straighten it up. My little wax. So you're going to get that little tail in there. You can just take your wire cutters and snip that end a little bit before the bend so that you don't get that, like, awkward, uneven part there. Just be careful when you're doing this so that you don't get this piece of wire just, like, shooting all over the world. And now you can see that it's straightened out. And also you can see that when I cut it, like, before the bend so that this end was perfectly straight. Alright, now you want to start your square and do 2 stitches, and then, like, do your starting stitch and then your locking stitch, and then you'll be good to go. Alright, so now you want to start to take the like, long strand here. You want to start to, like, build it into the project. So just kind of stick it in there. It doesn't really have to be perfect. Just kind of stick it in. It's gonna stand, like, straight up. And you want to very carefully start to build. See, that just fell out. You want to start to very carefully build the square around it. So maybe, if it falls out like that, just do, like, a very loose stitch. And then you just want to stick that paper clip back in there. And as it's stuck in there, you want to then begin to tighten the project. Alright, and quickly do your second stitch of that to help lock that in place. The more stitches you do, the easier it's going to be to like, keep the stitch tightened. I mean, to keep that in there. Wow. And you can either snip this down, or you can just keep building around this. I'm going to keep building around it because I want to just build around it as far as I can. Now keep in mind that because you have something in the center of this project, unless you pull extremely super tight, then you're going to have, like, a little gap in there. But it really won't be that noticeable, and if you're really, honestly, completely and totally worried about it, then you can just do, like, the same colors and stuff. Or you could find thinner paper clips. These are the little paper clips that I'm using, and they're also coated in cotton, coated in plastic. So, like, that painty plastic. They're those painted ones, so they have that little coating on them. So maybe that'll make them a little thicker. Completely up to you. You could also try to use the thin wire. I just didn't, because the wire I have is super. Wow, I keep saying it's super. Is extremely thin. And I had prom Friday, so that was a lot of fun. And I took one of my really good friends. And then yesterday we went camping. And I don't know if it's, like, a common thing, like, all over the world. And by over the world, I mean United States. And if you don't even know what prom is, it's just, like, a dance, basically. It's like a formal dance, so everyone wears, like, ball gowns and stuff. And you, like, get dinner there and stuff. I guess it's really different across the country. my oldest sister in Las Vegas, her friends, whenever you know, they hear about like prom or something, like when like she'd be like, "Oh yeah, my youngest sister's going to prom," they'd be like, "Oh, you know, let's see pictures." So like you'll show them pictures and they'll be like, "Wait a minute, they're wearing long dresses?" Because I guess out west they don't wear a long dress, and they don't even like go to their prom. They like go and take pictures and then they like go do something else, which is weird to me. And it's weird too because a lot of the girls in my school wear long dresses, but some of them will wear a short dress. And it's completely normal. I wish I could wear a short dress. And I'm wishing now that I had worn a short dress to junior prom because, let me tell you, a short dress is so much easier. The only problem with a short dress is you have to worry about, like, your butt showing, which would not be cool. Yeah. Okay. But, then in my area, and I really don't know if this happens all over the country or like anywhere else, but where I live, generally you go camping after prom. And we went camping in the place, like this place is like an hour south of me. And a friend of mine has like a camping area, not a really camping area. They have like a little cabin, land, with no running water, no electricity, mind you, in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. Not for me at all. I was so not loving that. I wasn't even going to stay overnight, and then when my friends and I decided to stay overnight, we slept in my car. So there was 3 of us in the back of my SUV, and it was a great time. And it was just... Alright, well, I'm going to keep working on this, and I'm not going to keep talking through this entire thing, so I will get back once I have, like, finished making this much to, like, here, and then some, so I can show you how to, like, bend the tail. If that's even what's it called. And then, oh, and then I gotta show you how, if you want to make it like a capital J, with, like, that thing on it, then I gotta show you that. Okay, so now that I've completely concealed the paperclip, I'm going to start to bend this, and the reason I want to do that first, before I, like, finish this project, is, when you draw a letter J, your, like, little tail thing at the bottom, the little loop, is, like, perfectly proportioned to the rest of the, excuse me, the letter. So, I'm just gonna, like, stick my finger in there and, like, fold it around, and, you can see that it, like, perfectly, like, bends, which is great. And you can do the yellow on the outside or the red. It really doesn't matter which. I just happened to do it that way just because that's where my finger was located. It was easiest. So now I'm just going to continue building this up, probably to about here, which will give a, like, nice look to it. And then I'm going to show you how to put a top on. So you can either stop the project there, or you can put, like, the hat on, which is what it was always called in elementary school. Okay, so once you get to this point, you can either stop and just burn the ends, or you can put the little hat on it. So I just started another boondoggle project, another square, with the same colors, and I did about 10 stitches, and now I'm going to, like, link the 2 of these together. So I just want to loosely do one more stitch on my, like, full letter. Ah, computer's falling. Okay, so very loosely, I'm not going to pull it completely tight yet. And I want to line this up so that the colors match. And I want to do a stitch, a boondoggle. So, if you see what I'm doing, I'm just kind of threading this yellow one through the red and using it while I'm doing my stitch. But I kind of want to line these up so that the yellows, like, run together, if that made any sense. Kind of hope it did. I always say that, like, oh, you know, I think that makes sense. Then it never does. So, see how the yellows, like, lined up on top of each other? It's just what you want to do. Alright? And you want to pull this stitch very tight. Alright? And yeah, it's going to pull out a little bit, but that's okay. Just do a second stitch to, like, kind of lock this yellow into place. And then you want to tighten up this stitch down here. Alright, as you can see. But you want to do your second stitch probably about now. Your second link part of this, probably, yeah, right about now. So again, you just want to take this yellow, not the same yellow, a different yellow, and you want to put it through the project so that it lines up with the other yellow, right? You can see they're starting to line up right there, and you just want to tighten everything. Then you want to do a second stitch on the little top hat part of it to really lock this project into place. Okay? And then you want to pull these strands that are underneath it as tight as you possibly can without ripping them open. Alright. Then you just want to continue doing 10 stitches. Okay, so there you go. Now all you want to do is just trim the ends and burn them. Or, yeah, just burn them. I don't really like tying them off the way the Boondoggle Man would or anything because of the way this project looks. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me and let me know. And don't forget to comment, subscribe, the whole thing. So I'll be back soon with more videos. Bye, guys.